Hey everybody, it's Karen here at the Movie Guys, and we're in for a treat because we are in the party room. What is this place called? The
Party Pavilion.
You know, it doesn't seem like much of a pavilion because there's not a lot of picnicking going on.
Not a huge amount.
But there's music playing in the background, and we're having a lot of fun at the Phoenix Film Festival. And I am talking to Andy, who is the producer and the composer on the movie Uncles. It's a short film. Is that all right? Did I get that correct?
So good. That's fun.
I've only known Andy a little bit, but he has a fantastic accent. I'm guessing you're not from Chicago.
No, I'm not. It's my first time in Phoenix. I'm from London.
From London?
Yeah, flew in last night.
Gosh, that's awesome. I know that it sounds weird to be excited because someone's from London, but when I was a kid, I always wanted to take a bus to London. I haven't accomplished that yet.
Still dream.
Gotta
keep dreaming.
The dream is alive. So, your film is at the Phoenix Film Festival, which is pretty amazing because there's a lot of films from all over the world here. It's an international festival. It's not just local. So I've seen some of the local films so far. We started off with those. But how did you get involved in the Phoenix Film Festival?
We've submitted our film to a number of festivals all around the world, and Phoenix, bless the lovely people of Phoenix, they were the first people to select us. So
that's good.
Yeah. So we've been in a number of festivals across the US since then. In Tampa, in Minnesota, in LA.
What time of year did you go to Minnesota?
We didn't go. We sent the film. We came to Phoenix because it was 30 degrees. Why wouldn't you come to Phoenix?
Exactly. Phoenix is perfect, but Minneapolis, love you, Minneapolis.
We flew over Hudson Bay. That was not a lot of water seeing.
Oh.
That's like white. It's white for thousands of miles.
Right, because it's all frozen.
Still frozen even now.
In England, you get snow, but it's different.
No, this winter we just got a lot of rain.
Oh, that's not bad.
A lot of rain. It was just wet. So it's so nice to come here where the sun is shining.
Right.
And you feel the warmth on your skin. That's something. I remember that. It's a dim and distant memory, but it's,
My husband just got his lab results back from the doctor, and he said everything's fine except he needs more vitamin D because everybody protects their skin from the sun, so we don't absorb vitamin D naturally.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we were talking about your movie Uncles, so you're the producer, so did you come up with the idea?
Yeah, it came about a few years ago when I was on holiday with Italy, in Italy.
In Italy?
Yeah.
I went to Sicily just last year. But yes, you were saying. So
we were on holiday, my wife and I and our then only daughter, and we were on holiday with a couple of male friends.
Oh, you've had a daughter since then?
Yeah, we have 2 daughters now.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
And Madeline, who was then only 1, was asleep in bed, and over the course of a slightly drunken night,
yes,
our male friends were debating what would happen to Madeline if Sal, my wife, and I weren't around.
Oh.
And we came up with this idea that they would become her uncles.
Oh.
And when the time came and boys came knocking, they would just kill the boys. Kill the boys and stuff their bodies into hollow trees.
You know, my dad would have loved that idea.
Exactly, it's for dads everywhere. This film is for dads who want to know how to deal with pesky boys.
They just kill them.
Yeah, they just kill them.
So this is actually a how-to video.
Exactly.
On relationships for people who have daughters.
Protect your daughters. Come and see our film. It's perfect.
Now, you composed it as well. What instruments do you play?
I play a number of instruments badly. I play the piano and I play bass and the flute and the guitar and the saxophone a bit. But I kid you not, I'm jack of all, master of none.
I think that's where John Lennon started off, being just a bad guitarist. And
that's a good thing because then you don't have too many tunes under your fingers.
Right. You're not going, I'm playing somebody's Pink Floyd song or something.
Yeah. So every time I go, I play the piano like this most of the time.
So there's a lot of tension in your music.
Yeah. But no, we were very lucky. The score was recorded by an orchestra in Budapest, in Hungary.
Shut up, you got an orchestra to record it?
We have a 50-piece orchestra. My day job is I write music for television.
Oh, perfect. So you are a composer who can actually put the music on the page.
Yeah, so I'm lucky because I had a job. I do the UK version of Law & Order.
Very cool.
So yeah, I've done 50-odd episodes of Law & Order in the UK. And every now and again they have the money to provide for musicians.
Right.
So we had a session in Budapest, and on the back of that we recorded the tunes for the Uncles.
Brilliant, because being both hats, being a composer and a producer, you always have to think of how can I make this happen.
And they were very good, because I've used the orchestra in Budapest a lot, and they were very kind to me. They gave me a ridiculously cheap deal. So I had a 50-piece orchestra for next to nothing. And the music is unbelievable.
That's so clever.
And even cleverer, I employed the guy who orchestrated Gravity.
Oh, shut up. This is very cool.
For no money at all. And he is my long-time collaborator, but he did it for nothing. And he is now clearly an Oscar-winning orchestrator.
And that can just go right on your movie promotion.
Yeah, the brilliant David Butterworth is is the orchestrator on this film, and his work is better than mine. I kid you not.
So sounds like a series of not so much coincidences, because it sounds like you were doing the work along the way. You're obviously someone who is a composer and works there for television, but you were able to accept these opportunities when they came to you because you were ready. You had the ability, you had the friends, you had people
Absolutely.
in place.
Yeah, no, I was able to. A lot of my people I work with in post-production, so I was able to come to that part of the deal with a lot of ammunition. So
that's fascinating.
that is great. I was really fortuitous knowing that.
You should be really proud of yourself. An orchestra, that's hard to come by.
No, it's good, and I was lucky. Exactly. It's, but actually, the motivation for making the film for me was because I'm not working in movies, and I always wanted to write movie music.
Right.
Since I was a boy.
And so you have to make it happen.
So I had to make a film in order to score a film in order to make it happen. So it seems like a mad way to go about it.
No, that's what actors do every day.
Yes, that's right.
Every day we're going, I'm going to write that screenplay so I can star in it, so somebody can see me acting.
Absolutely.
That's why we're doing this show.
It's proactivity, exactly. I think it's a real positive thing to have done. Not just because I scored it and it's successful, but also because it's a chance to make a film from A to Z. In television, I just do the X and Y of the A to Z.
And you have to learn all of that filmmaking, because a lot of us didn't go to college for it. There's degrees for it now. But you probably went to school for a music degree, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the whole casting and production and getting all the crew and camera equipment together was a whole steep learning curve.
And I love that you dive in, because I found that whenever we're doing projects, we dive in, and then someone will say, "Do you have X, Y, and Z?" And we just go, "Not yet, but we will figure out what that is you just said."
You trust the people around you. I think the best thing about producing is that you employ the people who know what they're doing.
Because you're smart.
Well,
Clint Eastwood hires the good people and then says, "All right, I want this to happen, make it happen."
I would never ever dream of saying I'm an aficionado on any element of filmmaking, so I get people who know what they're doing.
I love that also that you, the idea of the film came to you from real life. And so you can get behind it. And I'm guessing, he said it's a black comedy, but I'm guessing that that's because you're a funny guy anyway. You look at the world with a bit of a...
Absolutely. No, I think... Yeah, I like original ideas. Yeah, exactly. I like to make waves of it occasionally. I think it's an original idea, and I think we tell it well. It's a good story.
And now, if people aren't here at the film festival, because there's 2 more days left, but where else can they see your movie?
Well, eventually we'll go online with it, but at the moment we're just doing festivals. They can see it in Newport Beach at the end of the month.
Oh, that's a great festival as well, Newport Beach Film Festival. And is there a way for them to follow your film? Do you have a website for it?
Yeah, the website is xeopictures.com. That's xeopictures.com.
Thank you. So it's xeopictures.com.
And there's a trailer. There's a trailer for the film. There's lots of background information where we shot it in Italy. So we flew out to Tuscany.
Shut up! You shot it in Italy too?
Yeah, we flew to Tuscany and shot it in Italy.
How could anything that's been shot in Tuscany not be gorgeous?
It's a cinematographer's dream, and we hired a very nice camera, so it looks really pretty.
Well, you always have to hire a nice camera.
Yeah.
Did it come with a nice camera operator too?
He was a joy, the lovely Matteo. You see, I just employ people who know
Everybody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And I have one last question, just because I'm a music nerd. So your orchestra, were they able to take the music, the sheet music, and sight read it?
First time, and I worked so hard on that. You just think, oh come on, make it. At least do 2 goes in it. No, they nailed it. They nailed it first time.
Floors me every time. Because I'm a singer and I can read music, but I have to have it plunked out at least once.
They are unbelievably wonderful. The musicians in Budapest are incredible. They're a great bunch.
That's pretty cool. All right. My friend's giving me notes while we're here. I'm telling you, it's a party. I'm surprised that people aren't handing us free drinks. You're drinking. See, everybody's having a party. All right, Andy, right? I hope I memorized that. I've been drinking too. Andy, it's been awesome to meet you, and I believe we're going to have one of your actors talk to us in a little bit
Sydney,
too.
who plays one of the uncles, Enzo.
Enzo
And Aldo are the uncles, and Sydney is co-host.
I love their names.
Exactly.
Enzo and Aldo.
And actually, as a little point, just to finish, we cast Bella, who is played by Natasha Coppola Shalom. She's a New Yorker. And
Is she an actual Coppola?
She's a Coppola. She's a great niece.
Shut up!
So we have film dynasty in our film.
This is what I'm talking about. This is the Phoenix Film Festival. It's international. It's Oscar associated. Lots of people, especially in this film, at least related to people who won an Oscar. And this is crazy. I just love how everything fell into place for you. And also the guy from Gravity, Oscar award winning, isn't he?
Well, Steve, who did the score.
Who did the score?
Yeah.
All right, Andy. It sounds like you're kind of walking on cloud 9. So thank you for talking to us.
It's a pleasure.
And go to his website and follow his movie so that whenever it is released, you can check it out. All right, thanks.
Let's do that.